So the rumors were true. Life is Strange is getting a prequel. Life is Strange Before the Storm takes place 2 years before the events of Life is Strange. In Life is Strange Before the Storm, we take on the role of Chloe Price, and we see the world through her eyes and how her relationship with Rachel was really like. In this video, I'm going to take a look at the trailer and gameplay footage and speculate on what the story of this prequel will be about. A huge part of this prequel is that we'll be able to play as Chloe and witness her pain firsthand. The pain in which she had to deal with the loss of her father and the loss of Max leaving her after her father's death. Now, if I learned anything from doing so many theory and analysis videos on this series, I knew DONTNOD placed many hints and a lot of symbolism within the details of the story and environments. But this time around, Deck 9 is developing this game, and it seems that they have followed the footsteps of DONTNOD by placing clues as to what Before the Storm will be like. In the trailer, we see Chloe sitting in her room smoking when a bird, that appears to be a crow, flies in and sits on the windowsill. Crows have both positive and negative symbolic traits. Through many cultures, the most common traits are intelligence, adaptability, and mischief, while many associate the crow to be a bad omen of death. In Aboriginal culture, the crow has many different meanings across different tribes. The crow is often depicted as wisdom, while others see crows as a sign for change or guidance. It is believed that the crows are messengers that will guide you through the next stages of your life. Crows as spirit animals are messengers of foretelling and warning, or a second sight. If we go back to the original game, the butterfly was Chloe's spirit. It was the reason for awakening Max's power and how the events unfolded in Arcadia Bay. Does that mean Chloe's spirit animal, or spirit, is connected to the crow? Being that this is a prequel, I don't necessarily believe the crow is Chloe's spirit, but more of a warning for her of what's to come, be it the changes in her life like meeting Rachel.
Rachel?
With that whore in the bathroom!
Max? Chloe?
No way. You again.
Oh, bro, I got this!
Or the events in the Life is Strange story, or her untimely death. Throughout the trailer, Chloe is seen wearing different shirts with different images on them. One of them has a red butterfly. Now we know the butterfly was a huge symbol, not only for Chloe, but for Max as well. In many Aboriginal cultures, the butterfly symbolizes life cycle, rebirth, and change. If you would like to learn more about Chloe and the blue butterfly, you can check out my previous theory video in the description. In Life is Strange, the butterfly effect also represented the consequences Max will have due to her powers. Deck 9 has said there will be no powers within Before the Storm, but we'll be relying on our wits as to what to pick when it comes to the choices within the story. Our choices have a bigger impact this time around since we cannot rewind and change our answers. Chloe is still a symbol for change in Before the Storm, but with the red butterfly, it has a different meaning than the blue butterfly. The color red is associated with love, passion, rage, danger, strength, impulsiveness, power, and courage. With what we know of how Chloe felt about Rachel and what she felt going through her father's death were all these emotions. She fell in love with a girl who gave her the power and courage to live on with her life, but was so broken up about William's death, she had a lot of anger, to which she still had until Life is Strange.
So who do you most want to blame?
My fucking dad, of course. Hello?
Chloe, your dad didn't choose to leave you.
I know that, Max. My mom actually blames herself. Just because she wanted a ride home from work. Sometimes, even I blame her. Do you know what it's like to wait for your father to come home when you're a kid? And he never does?
No, of course not. But I was with you that day. It was just a terrible accident.
I wish that made me feel better. But ever since he died, my life has been dipped in shit.
Which caused a lot of danger for her and to act on impulse rather than thinking things through. The color red or warmer colors seem to be the focus within Before the Storm, like blue was in Life is Strange. Chloe wears another shirt in the gameplay preview with a crow flying in front of what appears to be a red sun. Many interpretations of the symbolism of a setting sun refers to a completion of a journey or a promise of a new beginning. But this also brings a period of darkness, be the darkness of Chloe's nightmares of her father, Rachel's secrets, or something entirely different. Now, the relationship between Chloe and Rachel is no secret, as we know about it from the first game, but it seems to have shifted the focus a little more on Rachel since she is the big mystery of the story. The description that is given for this game says, when Rachel's world is turned upside down by a family secret, it takes their newfound alliance to give each other the strength to overcome their demons. William's death has a huge impact on Chloe, and this is where her pain comes from. It seems as if Chloe has nightmare sequences that she can't escape from where she watches her father get killed in the car accident. If the crow does show change, then I'm 100% sure Rachel is the one who is pressing her hand against the glass of the car. Chloe had mentioned to Max that Rachel was her angel, and she saved her countless times.
Rachel Amber. She was my angel. After my dad died and you moved, I felt abandoned. Rachel saved my life.
Man, I had no idea.
Well, you never made much effort to find out. I was 14. We were best friends.
Rachel is the change in Chloe's life. She becomes the person she depends on to be there for her, to save her, while in turn, Chloe's the change in Rachel's life and help her overcome her struggles. In the gameplay footage, Chloe and Rachel decide to people watch through the telescope at the park. As they laugh and poke fun at the people they see, they come across a woman in a white dress with tattoos and a man in a suit. They start to act intimately and Rachel reacts negatively. When Chloe tries to ask her what's wrong, Rachel pushes her away and gets mad. This leads them to an argument, and Chloe to say this.
I know you're the school princess and all, with the DA daddy and the perfect grades and all the perfect little Victoria chases kissing your perfect ass, but seriously, fuck you.
Great. I'm leaving. See you around, Chloe.
I can only speculate the family secret would be about Rachel's father. It could be possible that the man with the woman at the park could be her father, possibly having an affair, giving Rachel a reason to act out. From what we know about Rachel in Life is Strange, Chloe was set on leaving Arcadia Bay with her. They were planning to make it big in California. From the way that Chloe spoke of her, they both were unhappy with their personal lives.
You wanted to be a star.
She looks like a model.
That was her plan. Our plan. Get the hell out of Bigfootville and into Los Angeles.
If Rachel's relationship with her own father or family is generally poor, this is probably the reason why Rachel and Chloe became friends. They could relate to one another with having an unhappy home life, and in some way, the very same pain. Even during the disappearance in Life is Strange, it seemed very odd that her family wasn't pushing for the investigation to stay open, or anything like that. The only person who was dead set on finding Rachel was Chloe. But after watching the gameplay footage, Rachel doesn't exactly sound like the angel Chloe portrayed her to be. In fact, every character that had an interaction with Rachel in Life is Strange was completely different. Rachel was the most popular girl, yet she was accepted into every clique of the school. All the teachers and staff adored her. She was beautiful and smart. Yet there was another version of Rachel that only one person probably saw, and that person is Mark Jefferson. In the junkyard, Max finds a letter addressed to Chloe saying that she met someone who changed her life, and that if Chloe were to find out who they were, she would be upset. It turns out that person was Mark Jefferson. DONTNOD had confirmed during a live stream that Rachel was talking about Jefferson in the letter, and she was in love with him.
Why Rachel?
I don't have time to tell you everything. But she was special. A human chameleon, so many visual possibilities. We had a real connection.
Did she let you take pictures of her?
Rachel was in love with me. That's not my ego. Just look at our sessions. Not that I'll let you. Nobody loved having their picture taken more. Anyway, Rachel is dead. But no tears. Los Angeles would have killed her anyway, so look at this as a favor.
Mark Jefferson, a famous photographer, was the person who can change her life, giving her the dream she always wanted, to be a model. Rachel's relationship between Frank, Mark, Chloe, and Nathan are all connected with one another through the events of Life is Strange. But all her relationships had a motive of using the person in some way, be it Chloe to chase a dream with. They both wanted to move out of Arcadia Bay to live rockstar lives in California to start over. Frank for loving support. Frank truly did love Rachel, but Rachel didn't feel the same way, as she didn't think her life would be any better since he was a drug dealer.
Did you and Chloe find out what happened to her?
Rachel is dead.
God, no, please. Please, no, not Rachel. She can't fucking be. Are you sure? I mean, how do you know? You saw Rachel.
Yes. I wish I didn't. I'm so sorry, Frank.
How did he kill her?
He used some drug. gave her an overdose.
An overdose? The only way Nathan could have done that is if I sold it to him. I killed my lioness. No. What have I done, Rachel? Oh, God. She was the one good thing in my life, Max. I know she was too young. I expect her to leave me, just not how it happened. I would never have stopped her from going after her dreams.
Nathan for drugs. Rachel and Nathan were both part of the Vortex Club, and it's no secret that Rachel partied with them, and according to Victoria, Nathan was the guy to hook you up with the best party drugs.
I know Nathan hooked her up, and you know he has the good shit.
Preach it, sister.
And finally, Mark Jefferson for love and fame. Rachel's original motive was to have him help her further her career, but eventually she ended up falling in love with him. With the way her letter was looking, she was probably going to go off somewhere with him.
Rachel Amber was your victim, not your subject.
Oh. Rachel Amber.
At the end of the argument with Chloe in the junkyard, she says, "I can't be your friend right now."
I'm sorry, Chloe. I can't say why, and I know it isn't fair, but I can't be your friend right now. Can't or don't want to. Doesn't matter. I'm really sorry. Goodbye, Chloe.
Now, I'm probably just talking on my ass here, but it is possible Rachel didn't want to be Chloe's friend because there's no escape or motive with her. Or simply she doesn't want a friend who is in trouble like she clearly is. Since there's no real motive yet, Rachel can't have any relations with Chloe, as Chloe would be another time bomb within her life. Then again, I'm probably overthinking that part. Rachel seems to always be looking for a way out. Does this make her a bad person? Well, no. She's just a kid with a huge dream and would do anything to get it, especially if she isn't happy with her life at that time. Is she a bad friend to Chloe? Well, from what I've gathered so far, I don't think she's a bad friend intentionally. Chloe clearly loved her and could trust her completely, so I imagine Rachel saw Chloe in the same way. I think Rachel is a very complicated character, and I'm really excited to see what the story will hold for her. I hope Deck 9 does this justice because Life is Strange is a very dear game for me, and it would hurt to know that the prequel wasn't as good. DONTNOD set the bar pretty high, so we'll see it before the storm can keep up. Let me know in the comments what you think Rachel's family secret is. What do you think will be shown in Before the Storm? Your first impressions of Rachel? Or do you have any of your own theories? Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more Life is Strange content, check out the description for the Let's Play or my other theories and analysis videos. I'll see you till then. Bye!